Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Flores, the Everyday Educator, and if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I make videos on educational technologies, tips, tricks, tutorials about relevant things in the world of education. Lately, a lot of people have been asking about Peardeck. What is it? How do I use it? Is it good for kids? Where do I even begin? And so today I want to take you all through that step by step, how to create your account, how to create a lesson, how to present a lesson, and what does it look like for kids. So if you want to learn all things Peardeck, stick around because I'm going to teach you right now. First, you are going to navigate to peardeck.com, and after you're here, you'll click Teacher Login. Now, me personally, I like to sign in with Google. I feel like it's a lot simpler that way. It's just one quick click, and then I'm able to log directly in, and it helps me save time because I don't have to try to remember all these different passwords. So I always click Login with Google, and then from here, you will choose the account you want to log in with. And typically, if it's your very first time logging in, it will ask you a few questions. Are you a teacher? Is this a teacher account? What's your zip code? What's the name of your school so that we can link you with others that are using Peardeck in your school? And then one other thing I want to draw your attention to is this crown. If your account has a crown on top, that means that you're in premium status, so you have access to all those features. If it does not, then you don't. And that's okay because you still actually get a lot with Peardeck even if you're not using premium. All right, so you will see that there's Peardeck for Google Slides, and then there are also some pop-up activities and Peardeck vocabulary. These two are fairly new. We're not going to dive deep into those. I do encourage you on your own to go through these to kind of see how you could use them because they are applicable for our lessons, especially with literacy lessons. But for today's purposes, we are going to focus directly on Peardeck for Google Slides. So now, there's two ways for you to enter. You can click Create a Lesson, and if you do this, it's going to take you straight through to a brand new Google Slides presentation under the account that you logged in with. The second way, which is the way that I honestly prefer to do, is to just go to one of your lessons that you know you want to turn into a Peardeck lesson and go to add-ons. And then from here, if it's your very first time, you are going to go to Get Add-ons. And after it takes you to the marketplace, you'll see, typically on this first row, you'll already see Peardeck and NEARPOD because those are the two most popular add-ons that you can get to add on to Google Slides. So it's probably already there. But if not, just go search and type in Peardeck. Then you'll click and install it so that you can allow that add-on to run in your Google Slides. So now that you have the add-on, you'll click Add-ons, and you will go to Peardeck for Google Slides and open it. So now that that's open, you are going to have an opportunity to choose what types of things do you want your kids to do. So text, with this option, students are on their screen, they see a box pop up and then they start typing an answer into that box. For choice, this means multiple choice A, B, C, D. Number, the students are asked to enter in a number into the box and then you get to select if that is a correct answer or not. It's up to you. Website. With this one, I like it because you can paste in a website and then your students can click on that link and it takes them directly to that site. Now, some people are worried, I have young kids, they're in kindergarten, first grade, and so they have trouble getting from this site to that site. Well, it's super simple to just click that website, and then Peardeck is right on the side, so there shouldn't be too much confusion with going from one to the other. Draw it. This one is one of the premium features. With this one, the students are drawing on the screen, and so if you want them to circle the correct answer, if you want them to draw an image or work out a math problem, they can do this directly on the screen. Draggable is the last premium feature. As you notice, these two have stars, and so this means they're premium features. Draggable is when you select an icon and your students need to drag that icon around the screen. So for example, with this first this slide, using your knowledge of affixes, let's decode this word. So for the prefix, I want that to be in green, the suffix red, the root is blue. And so if you'll see here, I've already set up this slide to make it a Peardeck Premium slide. So the students will drag the icons. And so the way I did that, I just took draggable, I just clicked it, and it tells me it's working, and then it'll show me that it's going to convert it into a draggable slide. And so I just picked a dot, but if you want to, you can go and change this to whatever you want. I really like the faces because there's a lot of reflection pieces that you can do by using these faces. I can go into numbers, symbols, and symbols part 2. But I usually just go with a dot and pretty basic, but today let's go with a star. And then we'll make this one also a star, and then this one will also be a star. There we go. Now I'm going to update my slide. You see how it says adding interactive question? So now it changed. Those were circles, now they are stars. All right, let's update my next slide. Okay, so which student response completely answers the question? So with this, I want it to be multiple choice. So I'm just going to go in. Don't get confused. Right here, how it says ABC, that I used to always think, oh, multiple choice, ABC. So I would click this and then be confused as to why it wasn't what I wanted. But remember, the ABC, this is text. They're typing in text. Choice is the multiple choice option. And so after I click on multiple choice, I just have to answer what it is that I want them to say. So we'll put this one as student response 2. And then my other option was student response 3. All right, update my slide. Interactive question, there we go. All right, all sentences must have a subject and a predicate. Kool-Aid man busting through the wall, oh yeah. With this slide, I want to make it a draw it because I want the kids to circle the subject. So I'm going to click draw. And this kind of shows me what it'll look like. This is a student device, whether it's their iPad, their desktop, their laptop. And then this is what it looks like when I'm showing it on the board. So if I'm projecting it to my smart board, my Promethean board, Samsung Smart TV, whatever you have, you can present it and that's what it's going to look like. So now I'm going to click update slide. Before I do that, I do want to draw your attention to these features, draw and draggable. Now, both of these are not included in the free package. You have to have premium to use both of these. Currently, I am on a free trial of premium, and that trial lasts for 30 days. With my other Google account, I had that premium trial and it expired. And they asked me, hey, do you want to upgrade to premium or do you want us to extend your free trial? So of course I clicked extend my free trial. And so that's an option for you to do as well. And if you are not able to upgrade, if your school does not decide to purchase Peardeck Premium, you still have access to these 4. Plus, you can add audio to the slides. And so don't feel like you're missing out if you're not getting premium because it's only 2 options that you don't get. You still have access to everything else. Well, mostly everything else. And I'll take a quick moment and go over a few of the benefits of having premium. But for now, we're just gonna stick to the lesson. So I want them to draw. They're gonna draw anywhere on the slide. For this one, same thing. I want them to draw because I want them to circle what does which one is the predicate. Always click update slide. Moving through. Finally, let's see. How many nouns are in the sentence below? With this one, I'm going to use number. And so my kids are going to need to type in a number to that box. So they're going to see this box. Remember, this is kid view. This is what they're going to see on the classroom projector. And I can choose to show this, or maybe I don't want to show this at all. It is my choice. Update that slide. All right, and so for this slide, it's a map, and so I have a few different questions on here. Where is Afghanistan located on the map? And so I want my kids to drag the icon over to where they see Afghanistan is. On this section, I did include a link, and so I clicked website, and after you click website, it'll allow you to paste in a link. All right, and so sometimes you'll get this saying right here, and it tells you exactly how to fix it. All sites must have the HTTPS, all right? And so that S means that it's secure, and so all the websites that you're going to use, they need to have that in them so that they're secure websites and that everyone's data is private and taken care of. So I'm going to update my slide. All right, moving through. All right, what does the author want you to learn? With this one, write your response. And so I put text for this one, and I'm just going to click it so you can see what it looks like. Write your response. And so here we go. This is what the students see, and then this section is what I will see as I present it out to the students. All right, update my slide. And then finally, I have my last one, and this one is also a text slide. So I'm going to click text because I want my kids to type in. Update that slide. All right, so this has been the creation of the actual Peardeck. And so now that I've finished making all my edits, I'm going to go up to start a lesson. And after I start that lesson, it'll ask me if I want to do student-paced activity or an instructor-paced activity. All right, and so the difference here is that with student-paced, the students are actually going through it on their own time. They're independently working. But with instructor-paced, this is a little different because I, as the educator, I'm the one who is taking my students through the slides. Whenever I click next, every one of my students' devices screen, they also go to the next slide. And so for the purposes of today's video, I'm going to choose instructor-paced activity. Now you will see your code, and this is what your students need to type in order to access your lesson. And so you can actually display this and let the kids see it that way. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So kids are going to go to join.pd, and remember, this is what the kids are going to see. So I'm using Microsoft Edge, and in my other window, this browser is Google Chrome. All right, so Google Chrome side, that's teacher view. Then Microsoft Edge side, this is what the students will see. All right, join a presentation. Enter in the code. Then it's going to ask your kids to sign in. I just have them sign in with Google, just like I do. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling excellent. All right, loading the presentation. And remember, this is what your kids see, okay? And so as far as teacher view goes, I'm going to I'm going to start my class. And so now I'll see that my kids are here. I have no responses yet. So I'm going to go here and give a response. I'm going to drag this over. Prefix is green. Suffix is red. And then this one is the root. Comfort, okay? And so as that, I can go ahead and show the responses, and this will show up on, and then I can show the responses, all right? And so this is what I see on my screen as I am presenting, okay? I'm going to go to the next slide, and you see how this screen automatically changed. And so this is, again, this is what's up front, and my kids are seeing this up front. And on the side here, this is what I see as the student. So I'm going to open that up a little bit. All right, so this is what my students see. I'm going to click student response 1. Okay, there we go. Now let's go to my teacher view. I can click show responses, and most of my class picked student response 1. All right, moving on. Let's hide those responses, and we're going to go to the next slide. All right, and do you see how this is automatically changing as I go? It's automatically changing. All right, premium slide alert. This section is a premium slide. This is what it looks like. All right, I can take and draw on this if I want to. Obviously I'm being a really bad student right now and I am not paying attention or following instructions, but I do want to show you all what it looks like and what the kids are going to see as they go and they're able to draw on the slides, okay? So I can also add text if I want to add text. All right, and I'm all done with this. I can click undo, I can clear it, I can delete it, whatever it is that I want to do. All right, so now moving on to the next question, which was a draw it, as you know. Moving on, how many? With this one, remember it's the numbers question, and so I can enter a number here. I'm going to say 45. That's my number. All right. And so I'm finished with this. I'm going to wait a little moment and then I'll see that there is a check mark that appears at the bottom of my screen. And then that allows me to be able to know, okay, my answer has been submitted. And then as a teacher, I can show responses and look, that is my response. Okay. So the only other one that we are already familiar with the draw it, and this is the website option. And if you remember, I went on and this, I didn't link it properly, but if I can click right here, it'll take me to that website. And this is the website that I want my kids to see. So I will just click back to the previous tab, and then that allows me to go right back to my Peardeck. All right. But as a teacher, I am going to click to the next slide. And I do want to show you if I want to, this is my answer, and I can add another response as the student. This is my other answer. Okay. So now as the teacher, I can click show responses. And I really like this because sometimes I'll have this one just kind of pulled up and the answers populate live. And so I'll see all the answers there. And so I can scroll through here. I can click on one of these answers to highlight it and say, look, boys and girls, did you see this answer, for example? And I can highlight that because that maybe was a good answer and I want everyone to be able to see that. All right. And so another thing that I am able to do is, well, I don't know if you saw these. All right, so I can open the dashboard in a new window, open the dashboard in a new device, student paste, or I can end this session. All right, I'm going to go on. This is my last question, which was a draw it question. I did want to take a quick moment to go over the differences between the premium version and free version of Peardeck. So with that premium version, you do get the drag option and then also the draw it option to allow you to be able to have those enhanced features on your slides. And so another feature is that you're able to have access to what's called prompts. And so prompts are these ready-made question stems that you just click which one you want and it sends it out automatically, and you don't have to have any real preparation or anything. It's just already made for you, so you just click it and send it out. One of the other biggest differences between the free version and the premium version is something called takeaways. Now, with the takeaways, this allows you to publish to your Google Drive an individual report for every single student that shows a little glimpse of the slide that they worked on, and then it shows their actual work. So if it was a slide asking them to describe the main idea using details from the text, then you'll have the question here, and then the answer is exactly what they typed right here. And so that allows you to go in on Google Slides and, sorry, Google Drive. You can go into that doc, and then you can type in the box below. You can print it out and handwrite on it if that's your thing. But either way, you get a full printout of all their answers, and you're able to put notes on that, grade that. However, you can share it out with parents if you want to, use it as part of your parent-teacher conferences. But that was huge for me. I loved that because I use it a lot, especially during virtual learning. I used it a lot. And so that's a big one, a really awesome feature. But the verdict is that even if you don't have the premium version of Peardeck, there's still a lot of use that you can still get out of it. You don't have to have the takeaways to show your parents what a good job their students did. You don't have to have the draw it or the draggable. You can still make do without it. So now that you have seen the free version and the premium version, it's up to you to decide, do I want to beg my principal to go in on this and buy it for the school? Maybe I want to get with my team and have my team split up the cost, or maybe I just want to use the free version. I don't know. I'm not, what is it called? I'm not getting endorsed. I'm not getting anything from Peardeck for making this video. So if you buy it, you buy it. That's on you, your school. If that's what you want to do, totally cool. I get nothing from it, so I want to make that clear. But yeah, it's up to you. Let me know in the comments below if it's something that you decided to purchase or if you're fine with the free version. Or maybe you don't even like Peardeck and you would rather use NEARPOD. All right. So let me know in the comments below. Like this video if it helped you, and definitely subscribe so that you will be able to get the rest of the information that I want to share, my videos, my rants, all the things. See you next time.